Hello, welcome to Above Life Channel. The purpose here is to inspire your spirit and to fill you with hope. This is Sunday morning coffee. We're going to have our coffee together. I know. It's that whole like time change thing. So it's different, isn't it? Body feels like it's an hour earlier. So we might be a little stretchy and a little today. We just might be. Let me just take a check of the sound to see if you were able to hear me. Just do my big, huge yawn stretch. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Trying to check the sound. Okay. Trying to check the sound. Okay, there we go. So funny. Okay. Hey, I do that every time now because if I don't, it's the one time I don't that it's all messed up. And so I hate that. Good morning. Hi. Nice to see you in the chat. Hey. Oh, welcome to our new moon conversation that we're going to have today on Sunday Morning Coffee. We're going to talk about the new moon. We're just going to give you a couple highlights, I think, here today regarding the new moon. The energy of a new moon usually is one of dreamy state or dreamy status. We'll say that. And the energy of that new moon is it's perfect that it's happening during this time change because that's kind of how I think, our heart as empaths interprets the new moon energy. At least mine does. I know when I'm feeling into this particular new moon here in March, I know it's like if you follow any kind of astrology, and you know I've given you lots of resources, right? Molly McCord is one that I follow, and also Chani, Chani. She actually has an app. Chani has an app that you can download for free and follow every day if you want. And if you want to pay, you can pay for some upgrade or something. But apparently, this is a big new moon for manifesting, and it's a big one. Something to do with eclipse season coming. And I don't know a lot about astrology. I know enough to be dangerous and to give you a heads up. And in this regard, anyway, because I am really aligned with the moon energy. I genuinely adore that sweet and sultry divine feminine energy of that moon and that water. In fact, today, a little psychic story this morning, I was trying to light a candle. I tried to light a purple one. I tried to light a yellow one. I tried to light a white one. And no matter what I did, they wouldn't stay lit in my office here. And I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." And I thought, "Oh, well, moon energy is water energy." And this year, 2024, for me personally, has been the energy of the water has come in. As I've been a fire bearer for many, many years, I am now working with the water element, which has a lot to do with emotion, which is perfect for our 2024 year of the empath devotion. And also, it has to do with just energy flow and the energy of movement. And sometimes it's gentle and it's subtle and it's like it seems almost stagnant, that peaceful pond, but it's a time that we need that rest or respite. So, the energy of the moon and the mystery of not actually seeing her, because in the energy of the new moon, it's the shadow, right? It's the dark side of the moon, which isn't bad. It's the quiet, the what is happening behind the scenes, the backstage presence of energy. So this makes sense. But for me today, this new moon, what I'm tapping into metaphysically is different maybe than what the bigger, I think, stage is setting for this. I don't feel as much of the manifestation as the realization. Like, I feel like this is an opportune time to soften into the parts of our bodies that we are rejecting and have abandoned. And I mean that from an energy perspective. So, your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul, the four basic building blocks that I talk about in our model on Above Life channel of working with ourselves. I keep it super simple: body, mind, heart, and soul. But in that state, we have this opportunity, I think, for realization that Not judgment, not, "Oh my god, I have not been taking care of X, Y, or Z," or "It's coming to a head. It's coming to a place where I can't ignore this problem anymore," whether it be a relationship issue, whether it be a reoccurring pattern or cycle. I've had a couple of those come up. Oh my goodness. Anybody else in the last couple weeks? Let me just be clear, last week was unbelievable with information, with just in one day, I had 3 significant events. I'm talking significant. Like, in one instance, we got some really, intense news about my kids, my big kids, dad, who if you followed me for a long time, then you know this whole story, but if you haven't, I'm gonna fill you in just a wee bit. We're gonna take a little detour for a minute. So, I my first husband was we were married for 10, 11 years, 10 years, I think, and we had 3 children together, and so now those are my big kids. I call them my big kids, and I I married another person, and we have a child together, and so my youngest is 14, and then my big kids are, like, in their 20s now. In fact, my youngest of my big kids, my 3rd, they are turning 20 tomorrow. Yeah, so I got like a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a soon to be 20. So I don't have teenagers from that first marriage. Oh my gosh, I just have to pause for a minute to realize I'm not. Am I that old? Holy crap. Okay. Breathe with me. Okay. But if you've been with me for a while, you know that when I was getting married to my first husband, his dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and then about 8 months later, he died, or six. No, it's actually 6 months later he died from it. And he had fought it, and then he was in remission, and then it came back, and then they chose not to continue to fight it, just to get a couple more months, you know. And so, yeah, they actually didn't tell us at our wedding either that the cancer was back, and they knew, but they didn't wanna tell us. So they did other things like go on trips and things like that. So, had that experience. Well, then fast forward, my big kid's dad gets diagnosed with cancer 4 years ago. He was, I think, 46. Yeah, 46 when he was diagnosed, and same age as his dad, actually. Actually, I think his dad died when he was 47. So, right around the same age. Pancreatic cancer, same thing, and then fought like hell, um, and got diagnosed with it came back twice, and one time almost died, was choppered to Mayo, and it was a whole thing. It was awful after the surgery and stuff like that. Lots of if you look back on my Above Life channel, you might actually see I don't know if I shared it here. I think I did. I might have shared it on my other YouTube channel, but it was a whole thing, right? And that was happening at the same time some major stuff was happening for me personally, and I was going through a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just crazy. Well, now this week, the same day, 3 major things were going on. He was the 3rd major thing. So, when I was with my oldest kid, I went to visit her at her place. She's about 2 hours away, and, I was with her when he called her and told her that the cancer was back. And dude does not have any half of his organs are missing now, okay? No pancreas, half his stomach's gone, doesn't have a spleen, doesn't have I think they took part of his liver one of the times, like, dude's had been through it, right? But he bounces back. He's like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm living with this." He's like a cat. He's got 9 lives. I'm so glad he does. And, he's gonna turn 50 in April, and he just got diagnosed again. 3rd time. Now it's in his stomach, so they're gonna zap it. But anyway, so I was with her when he called and told her, and it was a whole thing, and, um, yeah, just a thing. At the same time, I'm dealing with some medical information too. And so then I decide not to talk to my kids about my stuff going on because I'm like, it's not the best idea. Plus, I need more information. I'm going to a vascular specialist. I'm doing a genetic testing thing this week, and so we'll find out more info. But I'm just like, And let me say, I feel good right now. Well, aside from this little flu buggy thing I got last week or something was going on, I'm a little reacting to one of the meds they just put me on. So I think, yeah, the stomach owie thing is not fun. Let me just tell you. So I was not feeling so good. I actually had to cancel a session on Thursday, I think it was. I was not feeling good. I wasn't feeling good Friday either. Ugh. But anyway, whatever. I digress. So got that hit of information. That's a big deal, right? Really big deal. Especially when I'm like, doing my own living will right now. I'm like, "Okay, dude's gonna, like, exit stage right at some point," and I'm like, "Oh my god, uh, what am I gonna do to make sure that the kids are taken care of," you know? Because when I exit stage left, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's like, "Jeez." It's just crazy. You really don't realize what's up. So this new moon energy, I think, is giving us this opportunity to have realizations within ourselves of the places within ourselves that are MIA or are neglected, have been neglected. And it's like the garden that you did 3 years ago, and then now it's just a pile of weeds in there. And it's like it has so much potential. It doesn't mean you have to redo the garden, but it just means that you have to not ignore the choices you have. Don't ignore the choices you have. That's the message. Thank you very much. Here it comes. It's coming in. It's coming in. The message for Sunday morning coffee is don't ignore the choices you have. Lots of stuff was happening last. I'm serious. 3 boom, boom, boom. And then I had to have a really hard conversation with somebody, and it was awful. And I had to hold space. And there's a difference between holding space and just being pummeled by energy. There's a difference, and we need to talk about some of that with us here, empaths. You guys remind me to talk about that, the holding space concept. Let me write that down. Actually, I'm going to write it on my journal here. Holding space. You guys would not believe I have so many topics that I want to talk to you about and educate on and share the experiences I have and what I know with you so you can to support you through some of this stuff because it feels like it's way too much and like you just can't handle it. You can't handle your shit. That's not true. That's a fucking lie. Do you understand me right now? Are you listening? Are you listening to me right now? I'm telling you, it's not a scenario where you can't handle your shit. Okay. You are not just some big loser. You are an empathic, caring, deeply connected individual who has lost their way because you can't keep getting back up and going into the game when you have so many broken bones. Girl, your leg is dragging behind you. You can't, it's hard when the body, mind, heart, and soul is not working together as a team. And that's not your fault. This is not about blame. This is not about shame. This is not about beating yourself up because that doesn't work. Drop and give me 20. That doesn't work. That's the old school method. That is not accurate. That's not going to help you heal. That's going to amplify your victimhood and it's going to put you in a place of complete and total detachment and separation. And you do not want that because that's hard. That's harsh. So the new moon is going to help you realize the body, mind, heart, and soul, which piece and particles of you are asking just for awareness, are asking inside that beautiful, beautiful container of your body to be held again, to be brought back into an alignment, to be included back into your life in a way without judgment. Practice the releasement of judgment on yourself by letting yourself not judge how far and keep avoiding and ignoring. That's just, it's harming. It's not healing. Yeah, I know the stress. I know the pressure. I know the intensification of it. You guys, I know. This morning I had this a weak moment of stupidity, and I will say it was really stupid. It just was stupid. And sometimes I'm stupid. Most of the time, I'm really fucking smart. But today, this morning, for a few minutes, I was a little stupid. I blame it on the time. Oh, wait, we're not blaming. It was right before I had my coffee. And then I got my coffee, and then I kept scrolling. I was looking up mortality rates for the health condition that I have. And and I know I'm unusual, I get it, I'm a walking fucking miracle, we all know that, you've heard the story 1,000 times, you're probably sick of it, from last October when had no idea, no advanced warning, no symptoms, no smoking, no I mean, I'm fit, all that stuff, whatever, and all of a sudden I'll nearly die, right? I'm literally hanging by a thread. Ew, an aortic thread. Literally, that artery inside me was not doing so hot. And then a couple weeks ago, got more information about the surgery and my current status, and have to kind of process some of that stuff because the way I live now is going to be different, and I don't like that particularly. So the stupid thing that I did was look up mortality rates, which is for usually 70-year-old plus people, and I'm not 70. Girls just turning 51, just turned 51. If you really wanna know how old I am, you can tell that I'm old by my neck or whatever. Girl just turned 51. But, I mean, I got good odds. I got really good odds, you know? I got good odds. And, like, really good odds, like B average odds, like 80%. I mean, I think that's pretty good in the first 5 years. That's good. That's good. 10 years, there's not a lot of data after that. I have to do some more research, but I'm standing in the kitchen realizing that this is a new moon, and I have the opportunity to make my choices. How am I gonna receive or perceive the information that I'm reading? And we know that I'm an anomaly anyway. I'm a walking fucking miracle, like I said. And so why can't I live for 25 years? I mean, granted, there's a lot to that, but and do I want that? I don't know. 25, 75 would be good, right? That's a good life expectancy. But I let myself feel that when I had ignored it because there's been so much other stuff happening. And kind of, like I said, came to head on one fucking day this last week. One fucking day. But the alignment that I received after when I was debating on doing Sunday morning coffee today was, but I'm here now. I'm right here now. And I can walk and I can do yoga, but now my exercise is moderated. Everything has to be in moderation. At least for a while, I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna accept those parameters. I guess maybe a year, and then we'll see. I don't know. I Standing in the kitchen today, I came to the realization that I can't go back to my job as the supervisor at the community center. I really liked that job because I can't lift. 50 pounds will not be in my wheelhouse in this lifetime. Which is okay. I wasn't really planning on being a weightlifter or a bodybuilder anyway. I don't really have the body for it. I have more of the tall, skinny body type, I like a board, not not like a beautiful sculpted bodybuilder. But I guess that's a dream I won't fulfill this time around, which is okay. I can live with that. But I'm here now, and so are you. You're here and you're watching me, so thank you. So let's inspire your spirit. Let's talk about this new moon and what choices you can make. I'm not talking massive, you don't have to make a massive shift. You could make a little choice, a small one, micro movements instead of, I know it's daunting, like trying to exercise again and stuff and do different things instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to walk 2 miles a day or something. Well, how about I just walk to the mailbox and back today? How about that? How about I just walk today? I've been doing walks around the land here, and that has really felt so connected and so alive, and it's gotten me moving to make me get up and move a little bit because 'cause I've been kinda bummed, I've been really bummed, and I haven't been feeling that great, so that's those 2 things together are not a good combo. That's not a good combo. So, small choices, micro movements really matter. Those little things matter, like calling a friend and talking to a friend or getting a funny meme or an inspiring quote, those kinds of things, that's what really fucking matters. Like, I was having this conversation this morning too, I said, half the crap that I'm thinking about right now or stressing out about isn't even gonna matter if I wasn't here in a year, you know, or even 2 years or 5 years from now if I wasn't here. If I'm not, the stuff that I'm really stressing about right now, it doesn't matter, like my website, and I'm not really necessarily stressing about that, but I'm hard on myself about, "Okay, this needs to get done. I haven't done this. Why haven't I finished it?" Or re rebuilding my business now after that hiatus that I had to take. I didn't have a choice, I had to take it, and now things have shifted. I mean, you have a near-death experience. Yeah, I think you're maybe the way you do your business is gonna change. You might not be, like, talking to afterlife celebrities. You might be doing some other things, I'm thinking, especially because I have 20 years, you guys. This year is my 20th anniversary of my psychic birthday in October this year. I don't know what it is with October for me, major shifts happening. Fucking October, major shifts usually. And 20 years, I have so much experience and stories and tools and ideas for you of how to manage and navigate this lifetime and how to help your kids navigate the emotional trauma that they've experienced. All the stuff with the big C that we had with the pandemic and then the political climate and all the stuff that's so disruptive and separation focused and othered, and I have so many energetic approaches that I can share and strategies that you can use. It's not a one size fits all. And so I got time now. I'm here. So I need to pass everything along that I possibly can to you. That's why the first thing I started to share about was my mentoring program, was to mentor private mentoring with people. And because I really want to pass that along as much as I can, imbue, and not just the information, not like I'm some big freaking dictionary, but I kind of am like Encyclopedia Britannica. You ask me about anything spiritual or psychic, and I could probably tap in and give you some kind of guidance or response to it. Not me for my ego mind, but I can just, oh, let's go find that, like the card catalog, and here you go, like the interwebs of metaphysics, and give you some info about that, at least a direction to go in or a place to start to explore or what is going to work for you. It's really so individualized and so personal and so intimate. The connections that I get to make with people, oh, I need to do that. So show up. If you don't show up, then nothing will happen ever. Nothing will manifest ever. The book won't get written. The business won't get launched. Your degree won't get started, let alone completed. You won't find that soulmate if you don't show up for the dates, the ones that suck. Yeah. So tomorrow on Above Life channel, I want to talk about the wolf energies, the whole concept of walking alone versus together in a pack. That lone wolf vibe. I wrote it down actually, so I didn't forget. We're going to talk about the wound of separation a little bit and try to bring some energy together because there's so much separation and detachment right now. I'm going to say hello in the chat and then I want to do a little energetic vibey vibe stuff on this Sunday morning coffee. And I do have my coffee mug. Look, you guys, I found it this morning. Yay, cheers. Sunday morning coffee. Okay, now now my coffee is a little cold. I have to turn on I have a kettle in the corner. If you ever talk to me on the phone and you hear the from my kettle, I have an electric kettle right over here. I usually tell people, hey, I have my kettle going. So in case they hear that, they're not like, what is that noise? So, oh, and also I got some new cards, beautiful cards, specifically for my twin flame work. I wanted a new deck and I fell in love with how beautiful this deck is. I'm just starting to work with it. I'm working with it and sharing some energy from it on TikTok. It's on Above Life channel TikTok, if you're looking for me there. This beautiful deck, look at this. Ooh, here's an example of one of the cards. Oh. Now it's a little weird to me, this when they put the words on the side. Oh, I'm not sure if I like that, but I love the imagery. And because I'm so clairvoyant and visual, this is a really good thing for me. Recovering heart. Step into deeper healing. Recovering heart. No matter what you're dealing with, my lovely friends here on Above Life channel on YouTube, no matter what you're dealing with, step into deeper healing. Allow yourself the opportunity, please. Trust me, this is all we have. And this moment is this moment. Don't wait. It's really true what they tell you, you guys. I'm serious. Listen to me. I know. Make sure the people you love know you love them. Even call up that friend from high school and say, oh my God, I loved what we did, blah, 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 story time, blah, blah, whatever you need to do. Reconnect with people so that they know that they made an imprint on your life, and it will fill you up with those positive bubbles, which will help you to heal any kind of past wounding that you had from those times. It will really help. It really, really does. The reconnection is the antidote to the separation. Reconnection. So you start within you, body, mind, heart, and soul, and then you move into the relationships, because that's why you're here as a human. Even the relationships that were shitty and sucked, you don't have to call that ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend and try to come to terms with things or have closure. You don't have to do that. But you can write a letter to their higher self in your journal so you can kind of come to a place of completion, so you can release some of that energy if you want to do that, or to find some forgiveness within your heart for whatever you guys experience together, regardless of what it is. There's no judgment there. So, because you might not have the opportunity again. All right. So this, by the way, this deck, I'm going to share with you what this is. This is a resource for you. Resources. Remember I told you resources. Healing Heart Oracle, Love Letters to Your Soul by Emma Siegel. The cards are beautiful, but again, I am very clairvoyant and I love the visual imagery of these. So gorgeous. The big red roses are very symbolic for me of like that divine feminine energy and that holding energy of like a mother, a great mother. So like the earth. And then that leads into the new moon energy, which is being present and here now, here in your body now. The new moon energy feels very mysterious and mystical and shadow-like, but it's not because you're supposed to escape your body and go hang out in the ethers tonight. It's really about feeling the cocoon of the body and allowing for the mind to be sheltered so it doesn't feel pressure or intensity, so that the heart can allow itself to be warmed inside this sweet, sweet shell of the body. And when I say shell, I mean like cozy shell, like a chocolate Cadbury eggshell. And you can be the gooey stuff on the inside. Oh my gosh, just shopped yesterday and I saw those, so I had to incorporate them. But that's the point. That's what the new moon gives us. She gives us the opportunity to have realizations within ourselves, body, mind, heart, and soul. It's about you, sweet one. It's about you. Get all cozy. It's about you. Have your favorite cup of tea or your favorite, absolute favorite coffee, or just, do something just sweet and cuddle up yourself. Please, please, please feel the new moon energy. Feel her essence around you. It's like that line from one of my absolute favorite movies, which is Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I know it's old school, right? Santa Claus with Tim Allen. But in that movie, Charlie, the son, says, he was talking to his stepdad and telling him that Santa Claus exists. And the guy is like a psychiatrist. And he's like, well, how do you know he exists? Have you seen him? And Charlie says, have you seen $1 million? He says, no. He says, well, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So you can be healed in a state, held in a state of wholeness, even when you are falling apart from heartache, even when you've had the most intense experience with a loved one, even though you've been brought to the brink of your own health diagnosis or your actual physical loss, whatever that looks like for you, you can be whole here inside. All you got to do is reconnect instead of detach from yourself. Reconnect, not detach. But when we reconnect and we calm the mind with the new moon energy, we cover like a hoodie. We cover our minds, get it all cozy. Okay, so I'm going to tell on my sister. This is how my sister, by the way, the reason why I have so much energy is the caffeine. Just so you know, legit caffeinated up right now. You see people on the airplanes and they're like this because they just want to like be in their own little bubble. Like this is literally how I imagine the new moon to be. Everybody, do you see this? So I want you to sit down tonight and put up your hoodie and journal. I'm serious. It's not that complicated. This is what it means to take care of yourself. This right here. This is what it means. This is what it means to harness the new moon energy. This is what it means to be an empath that is working on taking care of themselves and then in turn can be present and show up for others, for your family, for your work, for your community, for your church, whatever it is for you that's important. You can show up because you've taken care of yourself. So new moon day, good opportunity to do some cards. Like we inadvertently just did one. Here you go. Oracle cards are beautiful. They don't have to be crazy, freaky, weird, or anything like that. They're gorgeous. Look at the art on here, for crying out loud. It is the most beautiful thing. It's gorgeous. And there's a moon. Do you see the moon behind? It's the shadow of the moon by that dove, huge, beautiful dove. All right. Let's see. I should say hello to the chat. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about the separation piece, the wound, and which sounds like so much fun, but actually it will be. Don't worry, I'll make it fun. And we'll do some energy stuff around that. We'll talk about the wolf totem. Did I already tell you guys this? I think I did. Yeah. Get comfortable in the unknown, my friends. That's part of the message. Okay. All right. So let's say hello to the chat. Oh my gosh, look at this hair now. I know. Yeah. Oh, I know you're saying, hey, when are you going to cut your hair again? When are you going to cut it short? I don't know. I'm not sure really. I was really lazy with it. I've been kind of lazy with it. Now I'm just not sure because it's kind of not, you kind of get used to having a little extra poof right here and it's kind of nice. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I kinda don't wanna be looking like a soccer mom because that's not really my vibe, so we're gonna have to figure something out, but we'll see. I don't know. I kinda like my hairstylist. She's awesome. She's fucking amazing, and she puts up with me and all the changes I make randomly, and, she's awesome. She did a nice some cool beachy waves. I really liked that. That was neat. I loved that, and then she's like, "I just wanna, um, braid your hair." I'm like, "Okay, French braided." Anyway, all right, so hello in the chat. Mike was here first, so I gotta say hi to Mike. Hi, Cami, nice to see you. Star Sister, good morning. I'm not sure I recognize you, but we'll see. Dreamy Genie, Cynthia, nice to see you. Here, just a minute. Let me just see here. Good morning. Oh, Deja, hi. When I talk about mentoring, she's one of my people for the next generation and leaving a mark by supporting Deja, college kid. Good morning. It's good to see you too. Make sure you're doing your homework. Mary, nice to see you. Ireland. Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, Mary. Oh, girl. I got my Owens and my Celtic tree wisdom going on here. Oh my God, I love Ireland. Oh, I've never been there, but that's one of my ancestral energies, and the spirit soul energy is Celtic. I mean, hello, Bridget, right? Okay, so nice to see you, Lori. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Katrina, how's my heart? Oh, hi, dear. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you have a heart story too. You were born with heart disease. Oh, wow. Okay. So I actually had an aortic dissection. That's what I had. So it's a little bit different than the heart thing. It's actually the artery behind the heart. But some of the things that you have to do for your heart disease to manage it, I have to do for the aortic dissection, but I'm dissected. So that's a little bit of a tricky, slippery slope. Like if somebody were to, okay, this is probably too much for all you guys. Don't listen to this, but Katrina, if somebody were to do CPR on me and I fall down and I go unconscious, they'll kill me because my aorta will rupture right now because it's dissected. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But I am curious to hear about your story. So send me a message, AOL, or to my I'm sorry, Gmail, abovelifechannel@gmail.com. Oh, you do? Okay. All right. Yeah, message me. Message me, girl, and we'll chat about it. Are you on TikTok too, Katrina? If you are, follow me on Above Life channel so I can find you. Mm. Oh, for a few years, Star Sister. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my connection to Prince. Yeah, a lot of people enjoy that. That's for certain. He's hard not to enjoy. He's kind of flirty, so even in the afterlife, he's a charming one. So, all right, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. Oh, I was just thinking about you actually and your kids. Your daughter actually sending her lots of love. I was literally just thinking about that. Okay, you guys, Sunday morning coffee, gonna wrap it up. It's kind of long today. Sorry about that. But I will see you tomorrow for Above Life Channel, our Monday video. We'll see what comes through besides the couple little things that I want to make sure I talk about. So I need to heat up my coffee and then I need to go work with my new cards. That's my goal today. Yes, yes. Let's grab another one of these. There's kind of two of them here. I just saw this one and this one. Let's see what, oh, gorgeous. Oh, this is so pretty. You guys, God, the artistry on here is gorgeous. This one says, daring heart, learn to lead from wisdom. Look at this. Look at the picture. Are you kidding me? Look at the artistry. There's the moon again. Look at that. Beautiful, very visible cosmic energies. Look at all the colors. You see that? Yes, I do. Beautiful. Ooh, look at that. She is beautiful. Look at her. Oh, I love her. So pretty. All right. And one more for all of you, dear hearts. Resilient heart, it's time to rebuild. Oh, this one is kind of interesting. Look at the colors here. Hello, very, very sacral chakra, very womb space, the womb of creation, which it fits when it's like spring here. So that's got a good vibration to have. Enter in, rebuild. Oof. Lead from wisdom and rebuild. Beautiful, you guys. Look at that. Oh, here, I'll do it this way for you. There you go. Beautiful. Beauteous. I don't know these very well yet. I have to kind of work with them to kind of feel into what the alignment is for me and what the messages are for me. I haven't read the book at all. Like I haven't referred to it at all. I just look at the pictures because they're so gorgeous. And I've been making myself read the words just in case I'm like, I missed something. So again, these were Healing Heart Oracle Love Letters to the Soul. I don't have this in my links yet. So, but this is a different company too. It's Rockpool. So you might want to check them out. Rockpool. Both of my new decks are from Rockpool. So, all right. I hope that we've inspired your spirit today and filled you with some hope on this Sunday. Yeah. And if you're watching it at another time, I hope that the energy of this new moon will maybe be encouraging to you. At the very least, recognize that you have choices. And it's not about pressure for choices. It's about the gift of the choices, the gift. And that being in that state, in that new moon energy, it's not just during the new moon. Sometimes you're in a phase in your life that is new moon, where you are more quiet, more inside yourself. But when you are quiet and inside yourself, not to be isolated, to be connected is essential. You can cuddle in, cocoon in, huddle into yourself, but you've got to maintain a connection within yourself so you are not detached from life. So, mind, heart, soul, and body. And I know that is extraordinarily difficult for people who face great loss or tragedy or who are going through mental health crisis or who are dealing with mental health consistently, like depression, for example. I know you can just feel like that. I feel like that. That happens to me. That happened to me this week. Just isolate, isolate, isolate. And luckily, I have counseling. I had counseling twice this week, actually. And a counselor that recognized some of the signs and symptoms and said to me, okay, I think it's time. I'm like, I know. You're getting to the, I know. Okay. But had I not had that, I don't know how I would be today or how I would feel or what I'd be doing or not doing, actually, not participating in life. To show up, you really need support. So I hope that in some way Above Life Channel gives you that or can give you that. Now, if you need to be inspired, go check out all the Sunday Morning Coffee podcasts. There's a playlist. It's full. It's like got a couple years of a playlist for you to just devour that. Or find your favorite celebrity because there are tons. There's like, I think 300, 400 videos that I've done channeling because I'm a psychic medium. Also, like I can do that work. And I've done that before. And obviously been a channel. Hello. That's what I do is mostly the channel part. But now anyway, that's what I do in my sessions. But I would encourage you to explore like who you're inspired by and go listen to some talks that they've given because there's a lot of really interesting stuff there that's not just like TMZ worthy, it's way more inspiring because that's the approach that I take when I do this work. That's the agreement, the sacred agreements that I have. So do that, and then check out things like the astrology because then you'll know you're not crazy, you're empathic. So again, Chani, Chani for astrology. She actually has a free app you can download. Again, none of this is like sponsored or anything, but if anybody wants to sponsor me, yeah, you'll call me up. Send me an email. I'd do that if it's good, like Chani. Or like Molly McCord. Molly, MCCORD. She's got a great podcast on iTunes. That's where I listen to it. But also, they have both of them, I think, have YouTube channels too. I know Molly does. So, all right. Stay inspired. Take care of yourself. Okay. Stay connected within. All right. Happy New Moon.